I've also said I love her game. I think Caitlin Clark is an incredible player.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about bullies, we can talk about every time Caitlin has the ball, she pushes off.
And being a player in this league as well, I mean, this is the moment that we've been waiting for. So I don't know if you prepare for it as much as you just embrace it, embrace where we are.
We're excited to talk to you about this because, as I just mentioned, you are no stranger to Indiana. What made you want to take this job?
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about bullies, we can talk about every time Caitlin has the ball, she pushes off.
Did Sheryl Swoopes go too far this time? The WNBA legend's latest comments about Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever have sparked a firestorm. But here's the real question. Why is Coach Stephanie White so fired up about it? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Is it just about defending her rookie star, or is there something bigger at stake? Let's break down what Swoopes said, why it's got everyone talking, and how White's response could change the game for the Fever. Picture this: Sheryl Swoopes, WNBA legend, sitting in a TV studio. She's talking about Caitlin Clark, but something's not adding up. Swoopes says Clark's rookie numbers aren't dominating. But hold up, let's look at the facts. We're gonna compare Clark's rookie year to Swoopes' MVP seasons. You're not ready for this. First up, scoring. Clark's putting up 19.5 points per game. That's more than any of Swoopes' MVP years. Let that sink in for a second. A rookie outscoring a legend's best seasons? That's wild. But it's not just about buckets.
Well, first and foremost, it's home. I mean, this is a franchise and the Indiana Fever, Indiana Pacers that's in my DNA.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about bullies, we can talk about every time Caitlin has the ball, she pushes off.
And secondly, this young, exciting roster. You think about a generational player in Caitlin Clark and back-to-back Rookie of the Years with Aaliyah Boston. Kelsey Mitchell, I think, had the best year of her career.
Clark's dishing out 8.4 assists per game. You know how many assists Swoopes had in her best season? Just 4.3. Clark's nearly doubling that. As a rookie, that's insane. Now, Swoopes was no slouch on the boards. Her best season, she grabbed 6.3 rebounds per game. Clark, she's pulling down 5.7. Not quite as high, but remember, we're comparing a rookie to an MVP in her prime. Here's where it gets really crazy. Clark's doing all this as a rookie. Swoopes was in her prime during those MVP years. The Comets were crushing it, going 22-10 in 2000 and 2012 and 2002. Clark stepping into a league that's tougher than ever and still putting up these numbers. The stats don't lie. Clark isn't just playing well, she's rewriting the record books. Swoopes even admitted Clark's numbers are hell of a numbers, but she stopped short of calling it dominating. Why? That's the million-dollar question. You know what's even crazier? If Clark's performance isn't dominating, what does that say about Swoopes' career? Fans are pointing out that Clark's rookie year is statistically better than Swoopes' best seasons. That's not just good, that's game-changing. So if Clark's not dominating, are we setting the bar too high? Or is this rookie phenom showing us a whole new level of play? One thing's for sure, the numbers don't lie, and they're telling a story that's got everyone talking. You've seen Clark's stats on the court, but what about her impact off it? Swoopes hinted at locker room drama, but Clark's teammates are singing a different tune. What's the real story inside the Fever's inner circle?
We're excited to talk to you about this because, as I just mentioned, you are no stranger to Indiana. What made you want to take this job?
If you're going to break a record, to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that that player set.
Grew up in Indiana, played with the franchise, of course, a part of the franchise when we won the WNBA championship.
I've also said I love her game. I think Caitlin Clark is an incredible player.
Let's hear it straight from Lexi Hull, Clark's teammate. She's not just denying the drama, she's painting a picture of a team that's tighter than ever. Hull says Clark isn't dividing the team, she's bringing them together. How? By boosting team morale and making everyone play harder. We play harder for each other because we know we've got each other's backs, Hull says. That's not tension, that's teamwork. Remember when Swoopes claimed players wanted to leave because of Clark? Hull's stories show the exact opposite. She talks about laughter during tense moments and support during tough games. There was this one time in practice when Clark lightened the mood by joking about loud music giving her a migraine. The whole team cracked up.
What I will clear up is that for whatever reason, there's this narrative that I hate Caitlin Clark.
And being a player in this league as well, I mean, this is the moment that we've been waiting for. So I don't know if you prepare for it as much as you just embrace it, embrace where we are.
I don't hate her. First of all, I don't hate people. I hate a very harsh word.
That's not creating drama, it's relieving it. But don't just take Hull's word for it. Erica Wheeler, another Fever player, backs up this positive vibe. She describes Clark as really a kid at heart who never takes anything too serious. Wheeler says, "All we do is have fun with Caitlin Clark." That doesn't sound like a locker room falling apart, does it? The Fever players aren't just having fun, they're supporting each other through thick and thin. Hull mentions how if one player has an off night, the others are right there with positive reinforcement. They're even hanging out after practice, grabbing meals and going on team outings. That's not just teammates, that's family. Coach Stephanie White sees it too. She's praising the team's chemistry and work ethic, saying they're all hungry to grow and hungry to improve and hungry to be coached and hungry to win. That hunger is paying off.
It's just an exciting roster. What an outstanding moment we have in women's basketball right now, and to come back and be a part of it.
But I also think Angel Reese is an incredible player. I think Rakia Jackson's an incredible player. I love the fact that Kate Martin is on the Aces, but she didn't know if she was going to even make it to the WNBA.
No, I think the greatest thing is just, for me, having been a part of the WNBA for 25 years.
Yeah.
In my home state, with my home franchise, it's just a unique opportunity, and I'm so thankful and grateful for it.
The Fever have made their first playoff berth since 2016, and Clark's a big part of that. So what's the real story? The Fever locker room isn't falling apart. It's stronger than ever, thanks to Clark. Her positive attitude and humor aren't just making people laugh, they're building a culture of support and success. Swoopes might have thought she was spilling tea, but it looks like she just got her facts mixed up. The only thing brewing in the Fever locker room is a recipe for success. Let's wrap this up, because the facts are clear as day. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing well, she's tearing up the WNBA as a rookie. Her stats are off the charts, beating even Swoopes' best seasons. And that locker room drama Swoopes hinted at? Total fiction. The Fever are more united than ever, with Clark at the heart of it all. But here's the kicker. Swoopes' comments aren't just wrong. They show how much Clark is shaking things up. She's not just changing the game on the court, she's redefining what it means to be a rookie superstar. Coach White sees it, Clark's teammates feel it, and the fans? They're loving every second of it. The Indiana Fever aren't just back in the playoffs. With Clark leading the charge, they're building something special. It's not just about wins and losses, it's about creating a team culture that breeds success. And that's something even the greatest WNBA legends should be able to appreciate.